Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Solar Effect Shotty for the R&B Talk Show. This episode, I pay homage to Luther Vandross, talk about his career as an artist. You know, it's crazy how Luther Vandross is one of the most celebrated artists, as far as like winning awards, when it comes to talk about all his classic hits and everything. But it's funny how he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm shocked about that. Because I thought about two things. If he was alive, I believe he would have got it by now. But I'm shocked, though, he don't even have that. That's weird, And I'm surprised his estate has not really, worked on, getting him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because if I'm mistaken, his niece runs his estate. So, matter of fact, she's part of the Luther documentary, so we're going to get to that here in a few. But I remember in the 80s, growing up as a kid, it was like you could not go nowhere without hearing Luther Vandross' song. I mean, you could not go nowhere. I mean, it was like every single song, was on the radio. He was dominating. It's like you had Michael Jackson, you had Billy Ocean, Lionel Richie, you had Janet Jackson, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, and so many others. And Luther Vandross was right there in the middle, man. And when it comes to Quiet Storm, it was him, Freddie Jackson, Nita Baker, the Whispers. I mean, Alexander O'Neal, the list goes on and stuff, and that's how much dominant force, how black radio used to be. We had the right type of people that played good music and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, real talk, Luther Vandross, definitely the king of R&B, he definitely one of the kings, you know what I'm saying? He's up there with the best. I mean, to have like 9 number one R&B hits and stuff, and he was just getting started. Now, I would say this too, with today's game, it's no more, hot R&B / hot hip hop chart. All the R&B singers get a chance to have this stuff transferred to adult R&B. So I'm glad though, because don't have to be mixing with the rappers and all those other crap like they did before. But now with Alicia Keys, even though she is, the only artist to have the most number one adult R&B hits with 14, but I kid you not, if Luther Vandross was alive today, I believe that, he'd be the number one, with the most total number one adult R&B hits. He probably had about maybe close to 30 or even 30 by now. You know what I'm saying? That's how much of a force Luther Vandross was, as a person and everything. And I could see him doing a couple collaborations with, other artists and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say who and stuff, but I could see him working with, some younger people in between, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, But, Luther Vandross definitely one of a kind. And I want to mention this too. I will be doing a little mini tribute on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow the R&B Talk Show on IG. I will be, posting some highlight clip interviews along with his live performances to pay homage to the GOAT. And I feel like he definitely deserves that, because Luther Vandross should always be mentioned in everybody's conversations, because, he helped shape what R&B is today. When R&B was trying to figure out, what direction to go in and stuff, no matter what genre that was trying to kick in the door, Luther Vandross was right there in the middle, to really keep R&B afloat. You know what I'm saying? That's my honest opinion on that one and stuff, But as far as the documentary is concerned, that's the best documentary I've seen in a while. I mean, well put together. Because, it's one thing, you got other people talking about, their memories of Luther and everything else, the highs and lows, but just to hear his voice, talking, that really pretty much made up for everything. And thank God his estate collected all the interviews that he done in the past and stuff while he was still here and stuff. And I thought that was super dope, and big shouts to Jimmy Fox and the team. They did a good job producing that. I couldn't think of anybody else that could put a great documentary together, you know what I'm saying? So it was basically straight to the point, and I'm glad that people got a chance to see the understanding of a man that really does so much for this industry. But so funny, that song Any Love, I ain't know that was an autobiography story. And the funny part about it was, even hear that song spiritually make you feel something, some type of way about that. But now, since he stated it, in one of his interviews, I said, okay, that makes a lot of sense, who he was as a person and stuff. And that was the number one R&B hit, back in 1988. But anyway, with that being said, it's your boy, Miss Soul Effect, Shawty for the R&B Talk Show. I got 2 more episodes coming through, which will be in today, between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, So with that being said, it's your boy, Miss Soul Effect, Shawty for the R&B Talk Show. I'm out here. Peace.